And we are back. Power rankings. Week Week 3 edition. And starting out, as you can see, at number 32, staying the same as the Arizona Cardinals. Listen, Cardinals. I might have been wrong saying you were one of the worst teams in the league, but I'm going to keep you as the worst until you win a game. You might have a stud head coach in Jonathan Gannon. So that is something to really look forward to. And we're going to see. Obviously, this season is going to be a fail because you're not going to get Kyle Murray back for another few weeks. And Josh Dobbs, I'm sorry, but I don't think you're a starting quarterback. You're one of the best backups in the league, but starting-wise, you're just not there. So, yeah. Also staying the same is the number 31 Chicago Bears. By the way, the Cardinals, they lost to the Giants last week. I should probably mention 31-28, and they led, I want to say it was 21-0. Somehow lost. Bears. You lost 27-17 to the Buccaneers. I expected you to win that game, so that one hurts. Well, just the slightest bits. Because in reality, I'm a Packers fan. I'm hoping you 0-17 every year. So, haha. But anyway, yeah, you have people already saying after 2 weeks, Fields isn't the guy. After hyping him up all off season, and now all of a sudden he's not the guy. You gotta find immediate ground. And I will contribute. I do not think Fields is a great quarterback. That hurts to say, considering he is my favorite college player ever. Because that's just kind of who I grew up watching. Sucks that I missed, kind of early guys. But yeah, you're staying the same, man. You looked way better than the Packers game, but, didn't get you a win, so it doesn't really matter. Also staying the same as the Texans at number 30. Looking a lot better as well. Losing 25-9 to the Ravens, coming back, losing 31-20. So you doubled your points. But unfortunately, you still lost. CJ Stroud actually looked fantastic that game. So did Anthony Richardson. We're going to talk about him later. I'm a real big fan of you guys. I think, as you know, same reason I'm a fan of Fields. CJ Stroud went to Ohio State. I'm going to root for anyone who goes to Ohio State, no matter what team they're on. Obviously, every time they play the Packers, I'm going to hope they lose. But other than that, I'm hoping they have a great game, just lose to the Packers. So, Stroud looked amazing, so I'm very hyped about him. Texans, you're a very young, up-and-coming team, so maybe you're not good now. But you're going to only get better. Hopefully. Number 29, we have the Denver Broncos down 2 spots. You are the worst team imaginable. I was so confident seeing you guys up 21-3 over the Cardinals, picking you as my eliminator pick. I was like, man, I knew the Broncos would bounce back. And then you lose. You blew an 18-point lead. You guys suck. Sean Payton, you're bad. You should not have taken that year off. You should not have left the Saints because now you're rusty. Russ, you still can't cook. You did a great job putting points on the board, but what does it matter if you don't win the game against the Commanders? So, Commanders are a solid team, but that's besides the point. You guys still lost. You guys suck. You blew me every chance I had of, going all the way this year with the eliminator pick. You suck. I hope you go 0-17 for the next 10 seasons. I hate you. 28, we have the Panthers. They're going to be staying the same. That Monday night game was brutal, man. Majority of the game was 6-6, 6-3. It was bad. You end up losing 20-17, but that was a garbage time touchdown because, you did an onside kick and you didn't get it. So, yeah. Bryce Young looked way better than he did week 1, so that's a great improvement. But other than that, your team doesn't look great. I mean, it's just kind of been a struggle. And that's the issue. I feel like you guys are kind of rebuilding, kind of competitive, because you're going into the season expecting to be bad, but having a chance to make the playoffs due to, one, the lackluster NFC South, which we all might be wrong. You're the only team who's winless, and every other team's undefeated. And a lackluster NFC, which that could also be wrong, because the NFC is looking pretty good this year. So unfortunately, it looks like you kind of chose the wrong time. 27, we got the LV Raiders down 2 spots. 38-10. Boy, I'm glad I did not watch that game. I mean, it was just horrible. I thought the Raiders were going to do amazing after seeing their first drive. They looked like a contender for the playoffs, and well, I'm glad it lasted only a drive. That's all there is to say. You guys looked horrible. Granted, it was against the Bills, so you can use excuses, but you're still going to be down. At number 26, the Giants going down 6 spots. Congrats. You won 31-28 against the Cardinals. Do you want a medal? You barely beat the Cardinals. You were trailing 20-0, which, congrats on coming back. That's a big reward. But it doesn't mean anything. It was against the Cardinals, who were without Budda Baker, their best player on the whole entire team. And you barely beat them. It doesn't count. Well, it does. But you're not good. It looks like you're going to be one of the worst teams. Brian Daboll, I'm sure you're an excellent coach. But man, it looks like Daniel Jones was a horrible investment. Saquon Barkley's injured. Of course he is. When is he not? Want to do all this holdout over a franchise tag type stuff. And you're not even going to see the field. Stop trying to get money, Saquon. You're lucky to be a starting running back at this rate. Jeez, man, you guys suck. 25, we have the Colts. They're going to be going up 4 spots. You guys looked amazing. I'm not going to, say anything bad besides, the obvious Anthony Richardson injury. Which, man, it sounds like it's just a concussion, so you should be fine. I'd say let him sit as long as you feel, because this kid is special, and he is your future, so let him sit, man. Do not ruin him. 24, we got the LA Rams going up 2 spots. Listen, you may have lost to the 49ers, but you know what you did? You kept it close with, in my opinion, one of the best teams in the league. That itself warrants, good news. I don't know how to pronounce his name quite yet. Puka Nacua or something like that. He looks like a stud. So you have a chance of making the playoffs with this NFC. 23 going down 8 spots. Little spoiler, that's, the biggest movement we've had this week. It's the Vikings. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You guys have not looked bad. You've lost 2 games that have been 1 score. Granted, one of those games, the Eagles game, was not close, really. You made the score look like it was close. It wasn't. But, give or take, say it's close. And, there's evidence behind it. You're kind of not going to move until you win at this rate. Because you're a team who won 13 games last season in the regular season. That means you lost 4 games. You already have half the losses you have. And we're only 2 weeks into the season. You're going to have to go 13-2 the rest of the way if you want to, redo last season. Come on, Vikings. I mean, I don't really care. Jeez, I got something in my throat. You're the Vikings, so I hope you suck. 22, we got the Patriots going down 6 spots. Same thing I said with the Vikings. You've had 2 one-score losses, and you haven't looked bad in them. But you're going down because you haven't won. You're going down, how many spots? 6 spots. So just get a win, and I'll probably bump you up towards the top half again because I think you're a good team. 21, we got Tampa. They're going to be going up 2 spots. I'm just not sold on them. You barely beat the Vikings in week 1, which is week 1, and then you kind of dominate the Bears, kind of not. I'm not sold on you, Tampa. I'm sorry. I don't know who you play next week, but until you play, in my opinion, a good team, I'm not going to be high on you. Number 20, we got the Falcons up 2 spots. Man, talk about comeback. Granted, there were some games that, were way better in comebacks, but let's not push away this comeback. 12 points in the fourth quarter is pretty dang good. Especially for a team that's known for choking. And when I say, you shouldn't have won that game, you really shouldn't have. There might be a little bias in there, but it doesn't matter what I think. Well, I mean, it does kind of. But you shouldn't have won that game, in my opinion. But you did. And that's what matters. Your run game looks unstoppable. And that really makes up for Desmond Ritter's incapability. That hurts to say as well, because he went to Cincinnati. That's literally where I live. That's where I was born. It's where I live. I'm probably going to live here my whole life. He sucks. And it hurts to say that. But, it doesn't really matter how bad he may be because he, I feel like, is the best quarterback for that system. He's a quarterback who can get the job done when you need him to, but he's not selfish. He's not willing to take away reps from the running backs, who you got 3 stud running backs, so. I'm curious to see what happens when Tyler Allgeier's contract runs up, because then you're going to have to look at Bijan as well. Very concerned about that. All right. Number 19, we got the Washington Commanders staying the same. You're beating these bad teams barely. I'm not high on you. I'm sorry. This could be because you beat the Broncos, and I'm very upset about it. But that's actually not even the case. You struggled. You came back. I think Sam Howell is actually very good. I think he's going to be a starting quarterback in this league. So take that with what you will. I just don't know quite yet with you guys because same with the Buccaneers. You've really only played bad teams. At 18, we got the Packers going down a spot. Man, if you played that first 3 quarters, I would think you were a top 5 team. But then you got comfortable. You started to lay back. You thought the game was over. You started to take it easy. And then slowly but surely, the Falcons came back. You didn't get anything going. And you lost that game in an easy game that you should have easily won. I don't know what to do. A.J. Dillon does not look like the running back we thought he would be. So I think it's safe to say he's probably gone after this year. Other than that, I mean, you guys played amazing. For, what you had. No Aaron Jones, who in my opinion is your best offensive player. No David Bakhtiari, who in my opinion is your second best offensive player. No Elton Jenkins, who in my opinion is your third best offensive player. No Christian Watson, who in my opinion is your fourth offensive player. You guys did amazing for those injuries. It's just, it doesn't really mean anything because you lost. So, 17, we got Tennessee going up 7 spots. I knew this game would happen. Here's the issue. The Titans have a lackluster roster with a top 5, maybe 7 coach. He's around there. And you're playing a team who has a top 5, 7 roster with a bottom 5 coach who's only on the job still because he led the Chargers to the play. Well, he got the Chargers made the playoffs. But I'm not going to discredit it because you beat a powerhouse team, whether it's, because of the coaching, because of what. So congrats, Titans. At number 16, down 5 spots, we got the Bengals. It has not been a good 2 weeks for you, Cincy. Granted, I do not care. Not a Bengals fan. I'm a Packers fan. I'm not going to use the excuse of, I can bandwagon them, because I don't. Just a Packers fan, man. Got no reason to be sad over the Bengals sucking because I live here. That's not how it works. I chose a team, and I'm sticking with that team. Joe Burrow looks like he could be injured. Are we surprised? Me? No. I'm sorry to say it, but Joe Burrow is just... He is going to be a Lamar Jackson, probably. He's always going to be good, but he's never really always going to be 100% healthy. He looks like an Andrew Luck type player. And boy, I wish that would not happen. Having another player have to retire early due to injuries. So Bengals, let's see what you got, but you got to turn something around fast, or else you are on the the edge of the cliff right now with this top half of the power rankings. Number 15, we got your division team, the Steelers, going up 6 spots. What a 26-22 win over the Browns. Well deserved. I expected that to happen. I just kind of know these upsets when I see them. Titans, Chargers, for example. Kind of knew that was going to happen. Steelers, Browns. Granted, that's just because the Steelers have had the Browns numbers for years now, so I kind of knew. So let's not say anything. Kenny Pickett didn't look amazing, but he got the job done, so that's all that matters. And your defense, as someone who has them in fantasy, thank you. TJ Watt, you are the best. Number 14, we got the New York Jets going down 6 spots. Listen, Jets, you lost to probably the best team in the league right now with your backup quarterback, which sounds pretty, respectable, but your backup quarterback's a former 2nd overall pick, so never mind. Zach Wilson, you gotta play better, man. You just gotta. For all the Cowboy fans who are saying Sauce Gardner sucks, CeeDee Lamb owns him, you're just wrong. I hate to break it to you. Well, I don't. Everyone hates Cowboys fans. Let's all be honest for a sec. Cowboys fans are the worst. There's no, denying it. Maybe you could argue Eagles. But, yeah. I've seen the stats. Sauce didn't really cover CD, so. But that's not going to take away anything. You lost by 20. It's not great. But I still think you're a top team. Just look at your roster. 13, we got the Saints are going up 5 spots. This team is the definition of we got a good roster, a horrible head coach, but the head coach is just good enough to get us wins. The Saints have a combined point differential between the first 2 weeks, they're 2-0 by the way, of +4. I don't know how you're, 2-0 with that point differential. But you are. You've won by 1 and by 3. And both games have been relatively bad because I think you scored, 3 touchdowns? Well, I have no idea. Yeah, but you have the roster. You just need to find a coach. Chargers at 12 -3. I can't stomach putting this team bad. If we can talk, they are 0-2. This is just like the Saints. Great roster, horrible head coach, but he's just not good enough to get the win. Combined point differential, they're 0-2 by the way, of -5. They have lost by 2 and by 3 points. I mean, I can't stomach putting them down more because, of how close their games have been. Listen, Chargers, you can turn it around. Brandon Staley, you got to know. It may only be week 3 now, but you're on the hot seat to be fired after this game. I don't know who you're playing. If you're playing the Chiefs, well, good luck. You're going to need it, but you might be fired. Number 11, we got Cleveland. They're going to be going up 2 spots. You may have lost, but you played your heart out that well. You really felt like it. That defense did amazing. That offense struggled a lot, so that's a concern. But you played very good. I'm proud to see what you did. I know you can be good. You just got to piece it together. Number 10, enter the top 10. Up 4 spots, we got the Hawks that live in the sea. 37-31, I believe, against the Lions in overtime. First off, amazing game. Second off, I'm gonna put you up, but I really feel like the refs helped you out a lot there. So it's going to be okay. You still won. I just don't think you really earned the win. You're now just outside the playoffs. I mean, I have a whole playoff written down. I'll go over in my full-length prediction video, so feel free to watch that. But yeah, number 9, we got the Jaguars down 4 spots. You put up 9 points. Yeah, that's just pretty bad. I mean, your point differential is it's positive, I believe, but not by a lot. I can't find it anywhere, so you're lucky. Oh. It's 2. You have a point differential plus 2. That's not great, but it's positive, so you're lucky. Number 8, we had the Bills. Oh, I forgot the wait. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong power rankings. Yeah, just put up more points, man. That was an easily winnable game against the Chiefs, who really struggled. You gotta put up more points, man. Your defense did everything they could. Number 8, we had the Bills. They're gonna be going up 2 spots. They're back, man. 38-10. Granted, it was over the Raiders, but a win's a win, and I feel like that's going to get their momentum back. I believe in you, Buffalo. I'm not a Bills fan, not even remotely close, but I just feel bad for that fan base, man. They are so committed. They're constantly Super Bowl chasing, and they just never really even get close. Usually divisional round. You got this, Bills. Number 7, we got the Chiefs down 3 spots. You won by 8 points with the best player in the league, and you put up 17. For once, the defense played better than the offense. That's not good if you're the Chiefs. I mean, you gotta figure something out, man. I know you guys got it. I know it's there. You gotta find it, man. I know you can. And number 6, we have the Lions. They're gonna be going up a spot. Like I said, you may have lost, but it's fine because of how good you played. And obviously, I said the refs kind of cheated you out of it, and that hurts to say as a Packers fan. You guys look pretty good. Not going to doubt that. You look amazing. My only concern is the longevity of this team. I feel like this is a team that's going to win 5, and then this team basically relies on momentum. They're going to win, and as soon as they lose, no matter, it could be by 1 point to the best team in the league, you're going to lose 5 in a row because of momentum. I just have a feeling that's how the Lions are going to be. They're going to be a very momentum-based team. I hope that doesn't happen because I'm rooting for Detroit. I'm hoping you make the playoffs because I just want that fan base to be happy as well. I'm not hoping you win the Super Bowl, but maybe a playoff win would be nice. Now, it has been a while. Number 5, we got the Baltimore Ravens. They're going to be going up 7 spots. This team has looked amazing. I was like, oh, they beat the Texans 25-9. They really struggled in the first half. They're not going to be that good. They're probably going to be fighting for like one of the last playoff spots. But here you are. You're beating Cincinnati 27-24, one of the better teams in the league, as you can tell. They're 0-2, and I'm still giving them top half. This team looks special. J.K. Dobbins obviously out for the year. That happened last week. The Ravens have had to work around him this whole career. I'm sorry, J.K. Dobbins, you look electric, but you're never healthy. You might just want to hang up the cleats and be able to walk away from the game while you still can walk. Odell getting injured. Let's be honest. Who's surprised? Dude has always had an injury bug. Ravens, I don't know why you keep signing all these and drafting all these top players who are always injury prone. Granted, when you're healthy, you're one of the best teams in the league. When you're not healthy, you're still one of the better teams in the league. But I think you're at that point where you're kind of one of the best teams in the league, but you're slowly drifting towards, okay. Number 4, we got Miami. They're going to be going up 2 spots. 24-17 win over the Patriots. This team was electric. I mean, they have constantly been doing their thing. Jalen Waddle is injured, which is a concern. I feel like that's going to have to change up the whole, offense. But your defense is holding it down. Your offense is going to hold it down even without Jalen Waddle, in my opinion. You guys should be fine. Number 3, we got San Fran going down a spot. Listen, San Fran, nothing on your part. It's just I have a team moving ahead of you. You look pretty good against the Rams. Your defense did allow a lot of points and 100 yards to Puka. But it's okay. All right? You got this. You're probably going to win that NFC West. And I don't think it's going to be very close. I think the Seahawks are going to currently give you a run for money. And I think the Rams are going to be sneakily good. Probably squeezing into that final wildcard spot. And number 2, same with you, Phil. You're going down a spot, but it's not because of you. It's because of another team. Yeah, you dominated against the Vikings even if the score doesn't show it. You're going to be fine. You just got to, stop allowing these teams to come back. You're kind of, just easing your foot off the gas. And then once a team gets close, you're putting on the gas again. If you can just find a consistency between that, you would easily be the best. But yeah, number 1, it's obviously the Cowboys. It's week 2. They have a point differential of 60. They have won their 2 games in a combined total of 70-10. The Cowboys look like a powerhouse looking back to their 90s. Unfortunately, it's the Cowboys, so I don't think they're going to go far in the playoffs. They're always a regular season team. But man, they look electric. And I don't think there's going to be a team who can stop them besides the Eagles and the 49ers. I don't even think a team like the Chiefs would. So yeah, that's going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I'll see you guys next time. Well, it would either be predictions, or if you want to watch my shorts version, you can watch that. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.